A billionaire CEO, disguised as an ordinary small leader, went to a high-end restaurant to have dinner with workers. As soon as a few of them raised their glasses for a toast, they were stopped by the restaurant manager. The manager said they were unrefined, criticized their attire, and belittled their profession. The CEO couldn't stand it. He spoke up to defend his employees, but the manager said they didn't deserve to eat here. The average cost here was $888 per person. It was not something poor people like them could afford. Upon hearing the price, the workers thought it was too expensive and got up to leave. The CEO stopped them, but the manager insisted they leave quickly. A nearby waiter came over and said that the CEO had already paid. Unexpectedly, the manager became even more arrogant. Not only did he accuse them of lowering the restaurant's class, but he also said the restaurant catered to white-collar workers. Not just anyone could enter. The CEO, angered, was about to call the owner to confront the manager. Meanwhile, the manager continued to chase them away. At that moment, the owner happened to walk by. Upon seeing the CEO, he immediately called out, "Chairman." He courteously offered to arrange a private room. The manager thought the owner had made a mistake. To his surprise, the owner immediately revealed the CEO's true identity. He even arranged for the CEO and the workers to dine in the private room, and the manager, who had looked down on them, was fired on the spot. The next day, the CEO, hiding his identity, went to visit his wife's parents. To his surprise, as soon as they met, his wife's mother took out a divorce agreement. She urged the CEO to divorce her daughter immediately. At that moment, the CEO's wife arrived home in someone else's car. Seeing his wife get out of someone else's car, the CEO asked about it. The woman hurriedly explained that she couldn't get a taxi, so she rode with the other person. But the man said he was pursuing the CEO's wife. As long as they divorced, he could marry her immediately. The woman quickly explained that she had nothing to do with him and would not divorce. The CEO said he trusted his wife. After the man left, the CEO intended to reveal his identity, but his wife interrupted him, telling him to come inside first. What the CEO didn't expect was that in the room, there were not only his wife's two sisters, but also their two husbands. And when they saw the CEO, they directly mocked him for being away for 3 years, accomplishing nothing. The CEO wanted to rebut, but they kept interrupting him. Because today was a day for family reunion, the eldest brother-in-law, to show off his wealth, gave the mother $60,000 in cash. The second brother-in-law didn't want to be outdone and took out $100,000. The wife's mother happily accepted the money. The eldest brother-in-law mocked the CEO for being so poor. He must have come back empty-handed. The CEO said he had brought gifts. He then placed the mooncakes and national liquor he bought on the table. Upon seeing the packaging, both brothers-in-law, having never seen such packaging, instinctively thought these items were cheap. They immediately began mocking the CEO, saying he was not only poor, but also trying to deceive them. Even the CEO's wife blamed him for not being thoughtful. The CEO said these things were very expensive, but no one believed him. The CEO said that just the mooncake alone was worth $100,000 each, let alone the liquor, of which there were fewer than 10 bottles in the entire country. The brothers-in-law laughed heartily. They said that after 3 years of being away, the CEO had learned nothing except for how to boast. The wife's mother also believed the brothers-in-law. She thought the CEO was trying to deceive her. She immediately threw the mooncake on the floor and stomped on it in frustration. The eldest brother-in-law directly threw the jar of liquor on the ground, shattering it. Hearing the noise, the father came out from the back room. Seeing the chaos in the room, he asked what was going on. The brothers-in-law said they were teaching the boastful CEO a lesson. They wanted to teach him a lesson. To their surprise, the wife's father saw the liquor on the floor. He crouched down and took a sip. He said it was the taste he had been longing for. It wasn't just genuine, but the best kind. The eldest brother-in-law said he didn't know. The wife's father angrily slapped him. Seeing the mooncake on the floor, he picked it up and took a bite. He exclaimed that it tasted amazing. He even educated everyone, saying he had seen on TV. This kind of mooncake was priceless and hard to find, and only 10 boxes were produced each year. Each box was worth at least $1 million. The wife's mother realized that the items she had destroyed were real. She said it was all the CEO's fault. After all, the CEO was just a brick mover on the construction site. That's why she thought the things the CEO brought back were the cheapest. The wife's father asked the CEO where these items came from. The CEO said he bought them, but no one believed him, not even his wife, who thought he was lying. The CEO had to change his story, saying they were gifts from someone else. When they heard the CEO was giving away someone else's things as gifts, the wife's mother became even angrier. She insisted that the CEO must divorce her daughter. To achieve this goal, the wife's mother not only fed the CEO moldy mooncakes, but also mocked him for being poor and lazy. At that moment, the wife's suitor arrived at the house. He also brought a generous betrothal gift. It included both cash and a luxury car. The wife's mother's eyes lit up upon seeing these items. She urged the CEO to sign the divorce agreement quickly. The CEO didn't agree. He said he came back to give his wife a better life, but even his wife didn't believe him. The wife's mother said that as long as he could offer something better than the suitor, she wouldn't force them to divorce. The CEO immediately agreed. He called his assistant and asked him to bring the betrothal gift he had prepared. An hour later, the betrothal gift arrived, including a bank book with $100 million, an $880,000 pink diamond ring, and a Rolls-Royce car key. But when the wife's mother saw that the bank book only had zeros on it and no other numbers, she was convinced that the CEO was deceiving her. She didn't want to hear the CEO's explanation. Even his wife believed he was lying. At that moment, the wife's suitor said he could not only offer these betrothal gifts, but also provide her with a job opportunity. The wife's family urged her to divorce quickly and be with the wealthier suitor, but the woman kept saying she wouldn't divorce. The CEO saw that no one believed him, so he directly called the factory manager and asked him to arrange a job for his wife immediately. Soon, the factory manager arrived at the wife's house with the employment letter. This shocked everyone.